Okay, good evening everyone. Hello, hi, welcome to this session on group discussion. I will recommend all of you, those who have joined this session, kindly share the link. We are going to have very important discussion on group. The lecture is on group discussion. We'll discuss everything about group discussion, threadbare, everything in detail, and we will understand a lot about group discussion. And as I earlier said, a lot of people think that one should start preparing about group discussion and interview post the CAT result, but I think that's a wrong approach. Okay, so the right approach is to start preparing from group discussion interview right now. So today we'll discuss a lot about group discussion. I'll strongly recommend, I will request each one of you, those who have already joined this session, kindly share the link of the video. I'm Dr. Dinesh Nagpal. I happen to be an IMA alumnus. So kindly share this link with as many as people you can so that people can benefit from it, because we will have very important discussion. I was on just now, I just finished a class on the Bollywood the vocabulary in Bollywood with songs on Unacademy learning, the learner app. So kindly share, and some people have joined us already. I am receiving some advice, so kindly just share it, and it is going to be a very important discussion. We will talk a lot about group discussion, because group discussion is one area where many people do not talk. And whenever I also talk, and in fact, a few days back, I conducted 2 online GD workshops for students of very reputed engineering colleges and universities, and there also my experience was the same, that people do not take group discussion seriously. They just think that you have to go and do some blah, speak something and come back, and you will get some marks in group discussion. Now, there is also one reason that people are not focusing on group discussion, because IIMs, Indian Institute of Management, IIMs have stopped taking group discussion as a part of their personality assessment round. But a lot of colleges, lot of top MBA colleges still do the same. And most of the corporate companies, most of the top corporate companies, software companies, are still employing group discussion as a tool, as a skill. So I will strongly recommend that please share this, and then I will start. So we will. I'll share the. Please share this video. Share the link as much as possible. Okay. So let me introduce myself. Atul. Let me introduce myself, and I am Dr. Dinesh Nagpal. Just give me 1 minute, please. Okay. So yes, let me introduce myself, and I am Dr. Dinesh Nagpal. I am an educator at Unacademy. Okay, if I talk about my education, I'm an MPhil in English, a law graduate, and a PhD in management. And then I did my MDP program from Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, IMA. I resigned. I started my career in Government of India in Information and Broadcasting Ministry. Then I resigned there. From there, and 16 years back, I came into education and training industry, and I have enjoyed every bit of it, every moment of it. I am very lucky that I have got to train students at the most illustrious institutions of this country, like BITS, Pilani, IITs, etc., and others, and also worked and trained staff of many corporate companies, including media houses like Danik Jagran, Danik Bhaskar, and a couple few. I'm a motivational speaker, a career counselor, so I write about careers in newspapers. I participate in popular TV channel programs on education and career, like recently I did with India News. The program was called Career Guru. So all this. And today, and also if you are fond of cricket, I am an international cricket commentator with All India Radio. with more than 25 years of experience of test matches, one days and T20s in India and abroad. So today we are going to talk about group discussion. We will thread where each and everything will be discussed. We will try to understand what is group discussion, how to do well in it, how to prepare content, uh, what is what are the parameters of evaluation and everything. So I'll request please share this link as much as possible. Now welcome to the session GD concepts. First of all, let's understand what is a GD. A group discussion is a discussion of a topic by a group of people, right? On a given topic, obviously. Participants can be anything from 8 to 15. Topic or situation. You can be given a situation also. 8 to 25 minutes. Important element in any selection process. NMAT, obviously we're talking about NMAT. So NMAT का तो ये selection process में है ही है. Yes, IIMs do not take GDs, but NMAT, yes, they are into GD. Type of GD. The most common GD is structured GD, default GD जिसको हम बोल सकते हैं. You as a candidate, you go 8 candidates, 15 candidates, 10 candidates, whatever the colleges feel, they group people like that. Then you are given a topic, you can think on it for 2 minutes, then the moderator will announce, dear students, the topic of the day is so and so, your time starts now. 80% of the occasions this happens. This is a regular GD. Regular GD. ठीक है? You will be told about rules, timings, etc. etc. All. Hi Sujit Namdev. Hi, good evening. How are you? Okay. Then unstructured GD can include that you are you are made to sit in a group. You are told to choose a topic. You are told to choose to select a chairman. It could be a game, a group exercise, right? You could be given some the blocks and asked to make some building of it, out of it, and so many things. Then some special GDs are case studies. What is a case study? You are given a situation in writing a 300, 400 words story, business problem, a situation in writing. You have to then discuss on this. So, since everybody has a broad framework, broad knowledge of the topic, so it can be discussed. Role plays, it happens very rarely. Specific roles, maybe you can be told that 5 of you are Pandavas, 5 of you are Kauravas, and distribute your property or discuss your property. But generally, it does not happen. So, in the most of the cases, you will be handling a default GD, structured GD, where the moderator gives you a topic, assigns you a topic, gives you time 2 to 5 minutes to think about it, and then announces the topic and tells you that you may start now. So this is the general structure of the group discussion topic system. Okay. Now, what are the topics of GD? The topics of GD can be on economics. So for example, the impact of COVID-19 lockdown on migrant labor, the impact of COVID-19 on Indian economy, the impact of COVID on world economy, or if India is decoupling trade from China, we could be given a topic, decoupling trade with China will hurt India more than China. Okay? Decoupling trade with China will hurt India more than benefit. So these kind of topics can be given. Sports. Without audience, what is sports? Like we are talking about, England and Australia, West Indies are playing a test match and no spectators are there. So that can be discussed. Or sports. India, when will India become a global superpower in sports? These kind of topics. Politics. Politics directly, there will be no questions on party politics. Okay. Like for example, right now you are seeing an issue in Rajasthan where there's a lot of problem going on in the government. So you could be given a topic on anti-defection law. Anti-defection law in India is not strong enough to stop people from, you know, taking taking advantage of the situation. So that can be thing. So politics will not include direct party politics. It can be issues and government policies, environment, yes, uh, COVID-19 about the like say stubble burning, nature, global warming, and lot of things. Philosophy, yes, and entertainment, humor, movies, lot of things. Uh, like right now, the movies cannot be released in cinemas, so it has because of COVID-19. So the topic could be the fun of watching movie has been lost on OTT platform. So it's a discussion. There can be abstract topics. Uh, Blue is blue, yellow is yellow. There is no God, right? So topics can be, but it will be from around you. You know, basically you can make out socio-economic topics. Uh, Pradhan Mantri Garib and Kalyan Yojana will benefit the poor or not. This is a socio-economic topic. So these are topics will be around from you, not something from Mars. There are two things in group discussion. One is the content, what you speak, and the other is process, how and when and why. The reason. You just content is the ideas, process is how you present it, right? So this is the uh, you know GD elements. Parameters evaluation. Lot of students think that I can speak good English, I can bulldoze others, and I will get good marks in GD. You are mistaken. The content takes 50% of the value, 50% weightage. Behavior and body language. Yes, how are you sitting? What happens sometimes the students do, they become very aggressive, they point fingers at people, you will lose marks. When it comes to listening to others, they don't pay attention, they just speak their own mind and just don't get involved in the GT any longer. Yes, listening will be monitored carefully. Communication ability, yes, obviously. How do you convey your message? So these are the parameters of evaluation. Okay, now why is a GD conducted? It's very simple. GD helps form an opinion about a large number of candidates in a short period of time on a common platform because everybody has the same topic, everybody has equal chances to do well or not to do well. And then your interpersonal skills, whether you are patient with people, you get angry with people, they are all assessed here. Okay? Yeah. The critical skills, yes. Number one is your team member quality, whether you are a good team member or not. Logical reasoning and clarity of thought. Yes, you need to speak very clearly. You should have a firm opinion. Lot of students dilly-dally. They take one opinion, then they take another. They take one stand, then they change their stand, and so and so. That will not work because management does not work like that. What I mean by clarity of thought is suppose I depute five people to buy a chair for me, saying that my budget is 3,000. So five students of mine will go to buy a chair for me. They might not find the ideal chair according to my parameters, but they will find the best one and they will reach an agreement on it. If they don't reach an agreement on it, they will never be able to buy a chair. So logical reasoning, clarity of thought, leadership. Whether you are able to, your thoughts are liked by other people or not. Innovation. The world is belongs to the people who innovate. Okay. So now the Ritesh Bansal can build Oyo, and right now Oyo is struggling because of there are no rooms. He has to think something out of the box to keep his company afloat. Okay, Zomato, like Zomato, because now people are not buying food from outside. So Zomato went in and started doing grocery deliveries as well, right? So this is something that they knew. You have to be flexible. You should be able to take initiative. Behavior, yes, important. Communication important. Values and ethics. What are your value system? What do you speak there is important. See, what is logical reasoning? I will not go into the details that I have written so much. The only thing is logical reasoning is your argument has to make sense. If you speak something, the other person should get convinced. You should quote figures, facts, data, arguments, comparisons, examples, whatever you may do. But your argument has to make sense. You need to illustrate the qualities of being open-minded and logic-driven, rather than simply opinionated. ऐसा नहीं होता, आप ऐसा ही हो सकता है. That's not going to make sense. Logical reasoning will make a lot of sense, and all of you know, all of you understand what is logical reasoning. Okay, communication ability. Now, what happens in a GD? If you would have seen, lot of people, what they do is that they listen to somebody, keep speaking, but they don't make sense. Now, wise men talk because they have something to say. Fools to say something. Wise people, whenever they say something, they have some reason behind it and they speak something very, very solid. Okay? Look at the difference. Speaking is meaningful, purposeful. You think through what you want to speak. There's a reason, like I'm speaking to you. It's I'm trying to make a sense, make a logic to you. Talking is you just want to fill the space. Yes, I am a somebody is saying something very strong and argument, and you keep saying yes, I agree with you. Yes, you are very right. Once or twice it is okay, but all the time if you keep doing that, that means you just want to fill the space and you want to show that you can speak in the group. Otherwise, you have nothing in your hand, right? So speaking is purposeful. That is what you are supposed to do. Listening versus hearing. Now, you'll be surprised to know that listening is one skill which the moderators or people like us who conduct GDs monitor very strongly. Because listening is a key skill for leaders. If you are not a good listener, you can never be a good leader. If you're not a good listener, you can never be a good communicator. So what happens, I have seen in GDs, people speak their part and just switch their minds away from GD. Okay? Now what you're supposed to do is, supposing GD is going on, you have spoken your part. Now another person is speaking, please keep looking at him. Take interest in his arguments. One, there will be first benefit will be moderator will understand that you are a very good listener, you will get marks for that. Two, if the person says some lack of argument, something which is does not have a good argument, you can latch on to that. That will be your opportunity. So listening is actively trying to listen, capture what the other person is trying to say, comprehend, and then contribute to the cause. Hearing, it is a physical process only. You are not involved. So please understand that listening, why group discussion, and why there is so much emphasis on listening. In fact, if you are a great listener, you can actually rule the world. You can rule the world. So listening is very important. Even in your life, please develop the habit of being a very, very good and patient listener. Suddenly, your life will change, your careers will change. In GD, you are not supposed to talk but to speak, not to hear but to listen. If you maintain a balance between speaking and listening, you will definitely do very well in group discussion. You have to, think outside the box, new perspective. What happens is, whenever a topic is announced, the other day when I was doing a GD, so in the online GD, so I gave a topic, will abolishment of section 370 be a game changer in Jammu and Kashmir. A lot of students spoke about this topic, but they just spoke what they had learned on social media and read in newspaper. But there was this one girl who talked a lot of sense. And when she said that it is because of removal of Section 370 that Google and Microsoft, the money that they're committing to Google and Facebook, the money they're committing in India, they are also ready to go to Jammu and Kashmir and put up investment there, which they would not have done if there was no president's rule in Jammu Kashmir. Sorry, there was no Section 337 would not have been abolished, and it would not have been a union territory. So this was a new perspective. This is something new she spoke. Nobody spoke about it. So everybody kept telling, it's very good. 370 will do this to Kashmir 70. She talked sense. She said there are no quick fix solutions. Still the problem of terrorism is there. But because of 370, corporates are ready to move there. And once corporates put up industry and the local people start getting employment, because she said terrorism is equal to terrorism is the offshoot of unemployment. So it was very, very beautifully that she put it. So thinking outside the boxes, where you are willing to take new perspectives, new ideas, and new value system. That is the most important thing. Okay, so we'll practice now. Let's look at this topic. Cricket has killed other sports in India. Now what happens whenever I give this topic, cricket has killed other sports in India? Generally, what the student do? Everybody will say, yes, cricket has killed other sports in India, and cricket is, government is giving a lot of attention, government is giving a lot of money, the media is after, cricket, and cricket stars are so big, government is giving a lot of promotion. Okay? But most of the people don't realize that BCCI is not a government body, number one. It is an organization. Now obviously there is some control, but otherwise it does not. Right? It does not come under government control. What people do not realize is, and what people do not understand, it is not the cricket which has killed other sports in India. It is the other sports which killed itself for a long time. Right? So for a long time, we used to be hockey champions, the world hockey champions, Olympiad, Asiad, and now we are coming back because the Hockey Federation of India ignored hockey, whereas board of control for cricket in India, they promoted. I remember as a commentator when I started doing commentary, the kind of treatment that BCCI gave us and the kind of relationship that they would maintain us so that we cover all the matches. And even now, though the TV is in, even still they maintain a lot of good relationship with the people in radio, because cricket commentary on All India Radio is one of the major reasons of popularity of cricket in this country. Okay, so you have to think differently. You just cannot take the repeated line which people have been taking. Before I go ahead, let me tell you, I am an educator at Unacademy. I am also taking verbal classes on Unacademy. You can download the learning app, find my name. These days I am doing a series on Bolly vocab. Right? I am doing a series on vocabulary with Bollywood songs. So please make sure that you are there. Content. A lot of students complain to me, sir, I don't have content. It's not difficult to become good at it. See, as you saw the topics are from around us only. So, if you read a good newspaper every day, what right now, what is happening is people watch a lot of stuff on social media, a lot of WhatsApp news, fake Facebook news. Please don't believe in it, and especially don't quote them in a GD. The other day when I was doing a GD with the online GD with a very reputed engineering college, I don't want to take the names. A boy gave an argument, and I asked him, where did you come to know this? He said, sir, social media. It was a 100% lie. So if you read a newspaper consciously every day, you will pick up content because you will be reading, especially editorials. If you read editorials, you will have a lot of content. The Hindu, the Indian Express, their editorials section is amazing, especially the explained section in Indian Express is amazing, is amazing. Now a lot of students tell me, sir, I don't have content. What do? I do. It's simple. Use best approach. What is best? You are given a topic, look at its political angle, economics angle, social angle. Technically, it will not be. Supposing you are given a topic that India does not listen, does not respect her women. Now there are two ways. First is that you listen to other and then use best. Let others say, or you just try to understand from a perspective of women. Okay, socially, what is my own experience? Do Indians respect women or not? No, I don't think so. These are the reasons. A lot of rapes, molestations, family does not bother, honor killing, etc. So India does not respect her women. But on the other hand, a lot of Indian girls are getting education now. So what is thing? So political angle, economic angle, and social angle, right? So and like if India does not respect her women, women will not come out to work. They will not reach their workplaces, and the IQ, the intelligence quotient or the intellect of the women, who almost make half of our population, will go waste, and that will be not good for the country, right? So it is not difficult to generate the content. You need to just think over a topic. Any topic you can easily generate the content. And meanwhile, you can listen to the others and then use their points and put it in your own language. Meanwhile, you would have guessed it also. But there is another way. If you are not able to think of anything, think about affected party approach. For example, the if you are given a topic, COVID-19 has caused more troubles for migrant laborers than anybody else. Now, who is the affected party here? Migrant labor. Why they are in trouble? What is happening? Because the industries were shut down, lockdown. They had no jobs here in this area where they stay. They had to go back to their hometowns. There are no jobs there. So, what is affected party? Whoever is affected, if you think from his or her perspective, you will easily get some points. Very easily. You need to be a little smart. In GD, you need to be a little smart. And question approach. Now, what is questioning approach? If you are a wonderful listener, you can use this approach and go through and get selected. Why so? I'll tell you. Supposing the GD is on, a lot of people are speaking. You listen to them very carefully, keep taking notes, and then start asking questions. If you ask questions, the moderator will think that you know of the topic. You are asking question from a person. Now it is his job for you to respond. For example, if the topic is given, India will never become an economic superpower. The one person is trying to prove, he is giving the data that India cannot be this economic superpower because this is India's GDP right now. There is so much poverty, etc. Right? And we are a very populous country. Our population is very huge, and poverty is on a very higher scale. So it will become very difficult for India to become a global economic power. So you can ask him, since he talks about young population, he would mention that India is a young country. You can ask him questions for that. So questions can be asked when you are listening. If you are not listening, you cannot ask the questions. It's not possible. It's beyond you. Best approach is prep approach. Point, reason, point. Example. You give a point, give a reason, give example, give a point. That is the best approach. Otherwise, it is okay. Just you be logical, be clearly understood, right? And then you can do it. Again, I am repeating, please, if you download the Unacademy app, I have started taking classes for CAT on Unacademy. I have a class tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. You can download the Learner app of Unacademy. Find my name, Dinesh Nagpal, not Dr. Dinesh Nagpal. Tomorrow I am having a class on vocabulary through Bollywood songs. A lot of people are enjoying it. A lot of people are enjoying it. You can also, join in there. What you should not do on a GD. Who speak a lot. who बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं बोलना. A lot of people speak a lot and they lose. I have seen people speaking for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, but not getting selected, and people speaking for 45 minutes, seconds get selected. Don't over dominate. If you over dominate, you will lose. Mastering GD is not difficult. You can do it easily, but you require patience, practice, and courage. Patience, generating content, reading newspapers, periodicals, trying to understand the issue. If you know all the issues, you will be easily able to handle it. Like for example, I just talked to a couple of students who are preparing for banks, and I gave them this topic: banks merger. Is it good for Indian economy? They knew that banks have merged, but who has merged with whom, they did not know. Why it has been done? What will be the benefits for Indian economy? Will Indian economy stand to gain or stand to lose? Because why? They just look at an issue superficially. Okay? Whereas if they would have read, like you are all IIM aspirants, MD aspirants. So if you don't understand the business environment of this country or innovation that are happening in the business space or entrepreneurship space, you will definitely was, though in IIMs you might not have GD, but there is a VAT. So you have to write a VAT written assessment test. Now how will you write a VAT if you don't have content? So for content generation, you have to read, keep your eyes open, and work on your content regularly. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. So please work on this. Yes, try one very good way of creating things about you is that you yourself start thinking of GD topics. क्या topics पूछ सकता है? You will find that you will have lot of content, right? Okay. So this is not difficult, right? It's very easy. I will be taking the YT sessions, YouTube sessions regularly. You can keep watching this Unacademy space, and please don't forget that I am taking CAT classes, verbal classes on Unacademy. Download the learning app, search my name. Tomorrow 7:30 I have a vocabulary class which is on Bollywood. Learn. In fact, I am getting fantastic response. Even it is beyond me. In last 2 days, one class I just finished at 6 p.m. and if I look at my statistics, my two classes of which one has finished just 1 hour back has been watched for around 1500 minutes. So that is amazing considering that only two classes. So if you join me tomorrow, and if you want, you can watch by going to the Unacademy Learners app and looking at me. Right? Thank you so much. It was really wonderful. Please share this video also furthermore, and I'll continue. You can. I am taking, as I told you, I am regularly now taking RC, reading comprehension, vocabulary, paragraphs, the whole complete CAT on Unacademy Learners app. Okay, and you will a lot of GT topics. Here I have already done lot of YouTube sessions. Lot of topics are there in my YouTube channel also, Dinesh Nagpal. Very motivational, like on concentration, willpower, etc. Right. So see you soon. Thank you so much, and that's all for today. Thank you so much. If you come to the vocab class tomorrow 7:30 p.m., it will be wonderful. Thank you so much.